I applied for the graduate scheme because I was so inspired by so many people that I had previously worked with when I was in the HIW internship, and for me, I got so much exposure to different projects within the NHS, and I got to understand that NHS working goes way beyond clinical roles. And also for me, as an ethnic minority person, I always grew up with a really strong understanding and awareness of the challenges that underrepresented groups face. And so for me, when I initially came into HIW as an intern, I was able to see the commitment there was to supporting equality and diversity. And for me, that really empowered me to try and pursue a leadership role within the NHS, because I always wanted to work in an environment where I felt respected, safe, and in a space where I felt like there was a lot of opportunity to grow. And also with the graduate scheme, as there are so many development opportunities, I knew that this is something that I really wanted to do, because education is something that is really important to me, and having the opportunity to complete a master's alongside develop your leadership skills, I thought that was a fantastic opportunity for someone like me.
One of the main reasons I applied for the graduate programme is because I have seen firsthand how excellent compassionate leadership can impact the level of care someone receives, and I wanted to be part of this movement, ensuring NHS Wales organisations embrace compassionate leadership in every aspect of its culture.
I applied for the programme because working in the NHS has always been a passion of mine, but I never quite saw where I fit in beyond, the frontline roles. Like, my father is a medical engineer and my mother's a nurse, so I wasn't really sure what other roles and opportunities there were that fit my interests. So I did a history degree, but always throughout this degree had a real passion for wanting to work in the public sector, particularly surrounding public health. And then when I saw that this opportunity arose through the programme where, regardless of your academic background, you could apply, it really ignited that passion again for me, and it made me realise that I did have a place within the NHS and I could work at the heart of change.
So I applied for the NHS Wales General Management Graduate Programme because I was looking for a public sector graduate scheme that allowed for plenty of opportunity for personal and professional development through an organisation that has a clear positive impact on people's lives.
I applied for the NHS Wales General Management Graduate Scheme because I love the idea of helping people. I've always been a very empathetic person. I feel like I've always been a very compassionate person, and therefore working in the NHS was something that for me seemed like the right career progression and the next step. My dad is NHS through and through, and so is my sister. So I've also grown up in a household of people working in the NHS, so that also definitely inspired me. I also think the benefit of doing a graduate scheme is you get that element of self-development, and you get that exposure, and you're in such a unique position. And yeah, that's why I applied for the scheme.
A typical day for me usually encompasses a wide different range of activities. Sometimes I could be involved in meetings with the board. Other times I could be involved with supporting clinicians in their duties, supporting job interviews. The grad scheme really does help facilitate a wide breadth of different activities that can really vary across week by week. I think that having the opportunity to sort of undertake additional projects whilst undergoing a master's is really beneficial in understanding the wide range of possibilities that occur within the NHS.
Every day on the programme is completely different depending whether you're on an operational, strategic or corporate placement. There can be anything from demand capacity tracking to quality improvement, project management support and also waiting list management.
A typical day for me within Digital Health and Care Wales would involve quality improvement activities and working in partnership with internal staff and external health professionals from the health boards. I'm exposed to high-level decision making and have the opportunity to work alongside senior staff members whilst learning about our organisation's core business functions.
So the advice I'd give to potential candidates is be ready to work and be open. Be receptive to every opportunity that is presented to you. The amazing opportunities that you can get within the grad scheme are, I can't even count them on two hands how many opportunities I've had. One that sticks in my head is the opportunity to observe a knee replacement in theatre, which was absolutely amazing, the best experience ever. It's just not something that people get to do. It's not something that I ever thought I'd be able to experience in my life, aside from watching Grey's Anatomy. So grab every opportunity with both hands. When someone asks you if you want to be involved in a project, say yes, because you're not gonna learn without doing that. And all you're gonna gain from saying yes is the opportunity to learn more and more, learn more skills, learn more about the NHS, learn more about your colleagues. So yeah, grab every opportunity with both hands.
My advice to potential candidates would be, first and foremost, believe in yourself and believe in your own ability. I think having that confidence in yourself and that self-awareness can really come across in an application. And so I would strongly recommend writing the application with every fibre of confidence in your being, with the attitude that you're absolutely going to get this. And if you write it in that way, it comes across. I would also really recommend in researching the programme, HEIW's website has got a great section on the programme. I would be reading that, researching that, and also I'd be reaching out to people who are currently on the programme. You can find them through LinkedIn or by emailing someone from HEIW who I'm sure can give you a list of people. I think having that research before you go in will also really benefit you. Not only will you know more about the programme going into it, but it also gets your name out there. People will know, who you are because you've reached out, and reaching out goes a long way, in my opinion.
The main piece of advice that I would give potential candidates is just to be yourself throughout the whole process. Even if you haven't got any healthcare experience, there are lots of transferable skills from other areas which will stand you in good stead.
The advice I'd give to the potential candidates applying for the programme is just be yourself, be confident in your answers, have someone proofread them, reach out to the current cohorts and the graduates on there. We're all a friendly bunch, happy to help, and would love to hear from you and share our experiences.
My top 3 tips for a potential candidate applying to the graduate scheme is to make sure that to be yourself throughout the application process, have confidence in yourself and your ability, and be open to feedback. There's no such thing as negative feedback.
So the advice I'd give to potential candidates is to really tap into your own compassion. Compassion is the best trait you can demonstrate throughout the recruitment process and beyond. The NHS values people that are truly kind, empathetic and authentic. If that describes you and you have a drive to implement change on behalf of your incredibly skilled workforce, then this scheme is probably for you. Also, be ready to make the scheme yours. The scheme is unique because people are unique. If you have an interest in an area or are keen to understand an area you don't know anything about, take the opportunity to grow in that direction. The organisational safari will be key to this. And finally, you won't grow in your comfort zone, so always tap into this.
So one of the biggest reasons why I would encourage people to apply to the grad programme, and one which actually I don't think I considered myself when I was applying, is the value that you get from being a part of a graduate cohort of future NHS leaders. I think it's really great that we all go through the experience together and we can fall back on each other for support. And I really would call the rest of the grads my friends rather than my colleagues or course mates.
So I would encourage people to apply for the programme because it genuinely is one of the best things I've ever done. It has helped me become a leader. It's helped me be the leader that I want to be. It's helped me expand my skills in leadership and management, but also helped me to learn what I value in a workplace, what I value in an organisation, the culture that I value most. Because the NHS is full of it, and especially HEIW, the organisational culture is amazing. Everyone is so friendly, everyone is so compassionate and empathetic, and knowledgeable and hardworking. There are so many people you can learn from on this graduate scheme, and so many people that you wouldn't necessarily meet or work with in your life, from porters and cleaners and domestic staff to consultant surgeons. They're just not opportunities that everyone gets, and if you want to expand your knowledge, if you want to lead, if you want to be part of meaningful change in Wales, the NHS is the place to do it, and this grad scheme will give you everything you need to be able to do that.
I would encourage you to apply for the programme because it provides such a unique opportunity to get to know the different areas of the NHS, whether from a research or corporate background or a project management office to a operational service. There's so many places to learn for, and there's a cohort behind you that will help you along the way alongside the Masters, which is going to complement your learning on the job.
The graduate scheme is such a unique opportunity to gain a wide range of invaluable work experience while also working towards your Masters. You're able to apply what you're learning in practice and really see the benefit and the impact that things like compassionate leadership can have. It also gives you the opportunity to build great relationships, whether that be in your organisation or with your fellow graduates. I've met some of my closest friends through the graduate scheme, and I've loved every single second of it.
I have been really fortunate enough to be able to develop on so many skills within the graduate scheme, and I feel like had it not been for this experience I wouldn't have been able to develop those at all really in the capacity that I have. So one core skill that I've developed on is strategic planning. At one point I was based in planning, performance and informatics, and that position really immersed me into the world of planning and understanding how the integrated medium-term plans work and what that means for the organisation. I've learned so many different things in terms of being able to forward plan for an organisation and considering budgets and finances, which has been really supportive. I've also been able to develop and sort of enhance my interpersonal communication skills. I find that within shared services, I've had the benefit of being able to meet with so many different directors, so many senior leaders, senior managers, and it's all these interactions with these different people that has really supported me in enhancing myself in terms of how I communicate and how I convey a story to someone and how I communicate really core information. Some experiences that I've been able to have is I managed a team of individuals within people and organisational development services, which was really important for me because I never had any prior experience of managing a group of people. So being able to have that really positive experience of leading a group of individuals and being able to implement different support systems and mechanisms for them to be able to carry out their work more efficiently, I thought that was amazing, and I don't think I would have ever been able to sort of get that fast track experience anywhere else because I didn't have that experience prior. So I think that just emphasises as well how the graduate scheme recognises the potential in people, and it really does do its best to support you in becoming more efficient as a leader.
My confidence has grown astronomically since starting the programme. Currently I am managing a team of 14 managers, and this is something that I never thought I would have been able to do before starting the programme. In my last placement, I was delivering presentations regularly, and I even single-handedly ran some workshops for the division. And this was an amazing experience because it made me feel very empowered and made me realise that stepping out of your comfort zone is such a positive thing, and this programme really challenges you and lets you take those opportunities whilst having such a good network of support around you.
I have gained critical experience and skills whilst on the programme so far, ones that I will take with me throughout my career. The main quality I've gained is confidence. Before starting the programme, I lacked confidence, especially whilst publicly speaking. The programme has developed and enhanced my skills, and I recently delivered a presentation for the board at Cardiff and Vale, something I would never have had the confidence to do previously.
The skills I've learned throughout the NHS have been really sort of impeccable in developing my confidence. I think that having the ability to engage with a wide variety of stakeholders is really instrumental in being able to develop your professional portfolio, as well as having contacts with senior professionals, whether they're clinicians, admin staff, senior management figures, really does account for the holistic skills and experiences that I've learned as part of the grad scheme. I think that having the opportunity to work alongside experienced professionals has really sort of developed my professional competencies and has helped me develop a sense of self-esteem in being able to be proactive in how I go about my work and better support the wider range of the NHS.